Okay, so welcome back. This will be the second section of your teacher training practical exam sequence. Donna, who you know by now, is going to review as well as to serve as a little warm-up before we get to the end and the closing poses. This is, again, the sequence that you're responsible to teach for your practical exam at the end of the program.
Okay, so if everyone can start at the top of your mat.
Tell them what you're teaching.
Feet together, we're going to be starting a sun salutation A. So
Review. You guys all know this by now.
Someone's phone is off, all good.
Phones will ring in class, you just keep going.
Okay, so if you can all start at the top of our mats, feet together, mountain pose.
Are you sure feet together?
If you want, your feet can be separated about an inch apart under your hips. Whatever is most comfortable for you. So we're going to start with an inhale, arms up.
Speak from your belly.
Exhale, forward fold, flat back.
Nice. No.
Inhale, flat back.
Good. Awesome.
Exhale, feet back. Feet back.
Exhale.
Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, come up. Upward dog, or wait, upward dog or
Cobra or
upward dog.
because that's the easier one, right?
Yes,
the
cobra
knees
or
down,
upward dog.
Knees up, yeah.
Okay, inhale, hips back.
Ah, that's an exhale.
I always do that one.
Remember, inhale, open.
Inhale, open.
Exhale.
Hips back, heels towards the floor, head heavy.
Excuse me, teacher, do my heels have to touch the floor?
Your heels don't have to touch the floor.
What happens if they do touch the floor?
You don't want to strain anything. If they do, great. If they don't, great too.
If they do you think that maybe I should step them back an inch, and maybe that means that I have a longer downward dog and possibly more available space in the back of my leg?
Possibly. I can come check you to make sure that that's true.
Okay, well maybe we should warm up and not disrupt the rest of the flow of the class.
Okay, now after a few breaths, we're going to do on an inhale. On an inhale, we're going to bring our feet towards the top. Inhale, we're going to lengthen, push back, look forward. Yes. Exhale, bring your feet towards the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward folds, head heavy. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, bring your arms down. Sun salutation A.
Okay, so that was her warm-up.
I made all those mistakes on purpose.
She just jumped right in. Yeah, she did. Yeah.
I made all
it was
of them.
all on purpose. It was all
I was
scripted.
consciously making those mistakes so that you know those are the most common mistakes.
Okay, so this is the example of when she just rushed in, and so she herself needs to take a breath and then teach her students. So we got to we've got to be in the right place first. So that's why, again, smiling, breathing meditation is always going to benefit the students. But if you're feeling a little frazzled, you need to get your shit together, it's always going to benefit you as well. Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Why don't you guide us in 5 breaths there, and then we do a sun salutation A.
Okay, so we're going to do smiling, breathing meditations.
Well, that's just like taking 5 breaths so you can get your kind of stuff together and the class can kind of get their breath together.
So I can start the class like that.
You can, absolutely, and do the intention after. It's your world, girl.
Okay, if everyone can take 5 breaths here. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Feel free to close your eyes if you'd like.
We're good. Always keep flowing if students are distracting. You just keep going.
On your next inhale, think about your intention for today. Okay, now inhale, we're going to start our sun salutation A. Arms up, inhale.
Calm down. Calm down.
Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, gaze forward. Exhale, feet back, chaturanga. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hips back, heels towards the floor. You're going to take another inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, gaze towards your hands, lengthen. Exhale, feet towards your hands. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down.
Awesome, Dana. With all those distractions, she killed it. Maybe she did do all those
Thanks,
mistakes on
everyone.
purpose. Do you guys remember if we got to internal rotation, like Warrior 1? I know we did Warrior 2.
I think we did.
Yeah, we did both.
We did?
We definitely did.
Yeah, because we did the preparation for and explained how cross attack. Great, so these are going to be literally closing poses that finish with balancing, which I believe is where we left off. If not, you won't be seeing this in the video. So we're going to sun salutation ourselves down to the ground, empty all the air from your lungs. Check that you feel established and grounded. When your inhale comes, reach your arms up high, keep your shoulders low. Exhale down to a standing forward bend. Most of us bend our knees here empty. Half lift, breathe in. Down dog or high-low push-up, breathe out. Skip as many push-ups as you like. Move with breath. Back bend, inhale, breathe with sound. Move smooth. So the jump through to seated is a lot easier than it looks. It's just really firing up the core to lift the knees high. If these guys are interested, they'll do it with me. If they're not, they'll just sit down, and that's what you can tell your students too. If you're interested, bend your knees, never stop breathing. Hips back, lengthen the spine, gaze forward like a mad cat. You see a really juicy mouse in front of you. Keep breathing, get ready, inhale. Open your shoulders, awareness to your core, exhale. Inhale, push back more. Momentous exhale, hop through, lift the knees, seated. Voila. Good, and then we're going to extend the legs in front of us, Paschimottanasana, straight leg forward bend. Do you by any chance remember, either of you, what demographic of people this would not serve? This is the pose looks like this at the end. Can we
Old
think?
people.
Old people.
Athletes.
People with lower back history are going to lie down on their back and do the same exact thing without implicating the lumbar spine. They can use straps or they can hold their legs. The whole point is to safely access the hamstrings and the calf muscles. So let's inhale the arms up high as they'll go, shoulders low. Activate your legs as you exhale towards your toes, heart leads. Breathe free. Relax the shoulders. So the cue is you're heading towards the toes. Who cares where your hands land? Use a strap here or not. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Each inhale has the intention of length. Each exhale has the intention of sustaining that space, that length, going deeper into the shape. 4 more breaths here. Count your inhales and confirm that your exhales match. And this works really good, watch, every time. Inhale, lengthen your voice towards mine, voice, or towards me. Exhale, go a little deeper, take that length with you. Whew. So here's what you'll see. Just fingertips. And we want length here. Breathe in, go a little deeper. Breathe out even more. Inhale, lift your chest up, arms up. And exhale, slowly roll down onto your core. Good. Feet together, knees apart. Supta Baddha Konasana. Lift up and out of your low back. So you lift up, lengthen the tailbone, no compression in the lumbar spine. Gravity is doing most of the work here for you. If you need to send your feet down a little bit, do that. Then relax, right hand on the belly, left hand on the heart. Close the eye. And on the inhale, diaphragmically Ujjayi Pranayama, the inhale, the belly rises under the right hand. You invite your belly to expand to full capacity. Exhale, squeezing all the air in, having a count. A circular, meditative kind of rhythm with your breath that you prioritize over anything and everything else in your mind. 3 more breaths here. Just allow. Breathe into the space that you've created. Inhale, exhale, ah. Give yourself a huge hug, you deserve it. Knees come in towards the chest, squeeze. We're going to access the hip. So closing poses, we follow by basic structure of Ashtanga, hip openers, back bending, and inversions. Okay, so let's start with lazy pigeon, as they call it. It's not lazy at all, so they're definitely not with the breath, right guys? If either of them want to go into the full pigeon, they both know it, they're welcome to do that. Otherwise, feet are flat on the mat, ankles below knees. Cross your right ankle on top of your left knee and powerfully flex that foot. Why? The knee is a ball and socket joint. So it's really only meant to do this. This is a bit of an awkward situation. We fire out this foot and in that way keep it safe. Inhale. Exhale, weave your hands through. Grab the back of that left knee. Relax the shoulders down and breathe really deep and free. Flatten the back onto the mat. Keep the top foot flat. And breathe. So especially the hips. We hold on to a lot of trauma. Women specifically, men as well, not as much. So inhale, find more space. Work the breath, work the shape. Exhale, release, let go of tightness, tension, anything that you're holding on to in connective tissues in your body. Breathe in deep into that right hip space. And breathe out, complete. And don't just rush through the stretches. Don't go to Whole Foods in your head because it's a little less demanding than some of the other asanas. This is the opportunity really to be advanced. To stay with your breath and take care of yourself. To keep your awareness on the space that you created in your body, that space that you're taking care of now. So breathe with sound. And with purpose. Always check for lazy students. One big breath in, stay together. Exhale, bring that foot closer, find more space. Good, inhale, extend your legs towards my voice, shake them out a little. Extend your legs to be long, both legs long, let's just shake them out, rest them on the floor. See why verbal cues are so important? Because they'll say one thing and people will be like, what does she mean? Shake, 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 shake. We gotta find the most universal one. Good. Second side, feet flat, inhale. Flex left foot and ankle over right, exhale. Flat the low back down. Three more breaths. Count the inhales, count the exhales. So modification for this, some guys, especially dudes, at this advanced yogi right here, they won't be able to interlace. You're feeling your knee, right? Protecting your knee on this side? Oh, I thought I said switch sides. Sorry. So that was my fault as a teacher. I said switch sides. Dana just knew because she's been with me every day for a while. So on the second side, let's go ahead and get into the pose. Some guys, not this advanced yogi, are a bit tight. So you'll see them like trying to grab the back of the leg and their heads off the ground, their shoulders off the ground. Simple solution, put a block underneath their head. Okay? And then they can relax, chill out, and bring it. Some guys won't even get close to this. So you can, always ask permission first. So say he's here, and that's about as high as he's gonna get, yeah? So we can gently, with breath, always deepening the adjustment on the exhale. One, pick you into the market. Always on the exhale, so you'll say inhale with me. Exhale with me. Breathe in. Breathe out. Make sure you hear them breathing. Breathe with them. Inhale. Exhale. This way, they don't implicate their shoulders or their neck. And a lot of times it'll be ego that'll get in the way of that, right? I can do it, I don't need help. This is really good for your private clients as well. Big breath in. As much space as you can on the exhale. And release. Send the legs towards me. Shake, 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 shake. Is that your party? Okay, well done. Next we're going to do the back bend. Feet flat, knees point towards the ceiling. We've got two options here. Half bridge, or the more interesting, we won't call it harder, the more interesting Chakrasana full wheel. Now sacred geometry says if the middle fingers of your hands or the nails of them are touching your heels, that's your perfect back bend setup. Give it a shot. If it works for you, take it. If it doesn't, leave it. More importantly, maintenance of this line between the knees and the hips. So I'm going to see what happens with these guys just to show you, and then we'll go from there. So if you guys would please decide in your heart whether you're going to frame your ears or not, either full back bend or half bridge. Next inhale, hips come up. Good, keep breathing. If you're doing half bridge, try to negotiate your shoulder blades come closer together. So not as much, but we want this. Knees stay on top of ankles so that we have the maximum access, see it's a little harder, right? To front body. I don't have blocks right now, but I would have her come up again with a block. Okay? So have your students train and practice in that way. When the feet fly, the knees fly apart, you're gonna come up higher, you're gonna lose a lot of space in the front body. Back bending is a front body expansion pose. 3 more breaths. And come down on an exhale, hug the knees in towards the chest. Okay, so the queen or the king, respectively shoulder stand, headstand is going to be our final pose, finishing our sequence. You can just send your legs up towards the ceiling. Okay? This is a wonderfully wonderful version of shoulder stand. You're training the feet, reversing the flow of blood, and the constant flow of gravity. If Dana or Jeff decide they want to lift up their hips today, they've got to keep one choice within that choice in mind. No turning the head. When your weight is upside down, like 70 to 80% of it on your neck, don't look around the room or the park. Okay? So they're going to stay here, or they're going to lift their hips up with cognizance to the long-term health and safety of the neck. It looks like they just want to chill, which is perfect. Dana's going to go up. So once she gets up, she's going to commit her gaze to something in the sky. Okay? She's going to try to get her elbows closer together. I'm going to make sure this small dog is not eating. Got it? She's not very friendly. Now interlace here. So this is something that you can do. It's the idea of getting the shoulder blades together. C7 is that bone that everyone can feel. It sticks out of the back of your neck. Like other bones in your body, not a huge fan of hard surfaces. So we want to get the shoulder blades together as much as we can. Now support your low back, and we'll work towards that. See how much closer your shoulders are? Good. And breathe. You should feel a little constriction in the back of the throat, not much. She's not friendly, sir. No, I'm trying to film if you don't mind. So, a little constriction in the back of the throat, nothing crazy. Would you mind, sir? We're trying to film. Could you maybe go anywhere else? So the constriction in the back of the throat is going to be stimulating the throat chakra. Also, your thyroid gland is there. That's sleep cycles, metabolism. What else? A lot of other things. Thyroid. So if you're ever tired, or you're ever tired and you can't sleep, rather, try 25 breaths in shoulder stand. So they're going to stay here and go to Shavasana, or maybe they want to do a headstand to complete their practice. Always give your students kind of like yogi playtime. Okay? So if there's anything that they want to do at the end of class, give them the time to do it. Any shape their body might be asking for. And then Halasana, proud pose, would be Dana's feet looking for the floor behind the head. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. Either way is perfect. Matsyasana, fish pose, being demonstrated right here by Jeff, is a really nice way to close and also counter shoulder stand. If her feet touch without anything that doesn't feel perfect, then she's going to chill out with her hands down. If they were not going to touch, she would hold her hands here on her low back to support herself. And then you would say something to the effect of, anything you need to finish up with, please take your time. Otherwise, lie down on your back, Shavasana. If you don't mind, no, I'm going to use you as a Shavasana adjustment. If that's okay.
Yeah.
So the number one way, and I'm just going to tell you straight up, to get people to come back to your classes is giving them attention, specifically Shavasana adjustments. They've worked really hard. You want to reward them. Now if you've got 40 people in the class, think about how you're going to do it. Maybe just a whoosh whoosh of the oil and a tap on the third eye. If you've got more people, less people, of course give them more attention as much as you can. Very important rule I have. And one thing I say on the first day of orientation, you guys have already heard it probably, raise your hand if you've never had a bad day. You never had a bad day? Seriously?
Every day is a good day. You're alive.
You've never had a bad day?
No.
Okay, Donna's never had a bad day, so I'll pick her brain on that and get back to you. If I can figure out how we can all get
What
there.
happens if someone raises their hand?
Then you'll say, can I talk to you after class so you can tell me your secrets? So everyone except Donna has had a bad day. Does that mean you don't show up for your students? No. But we're all energy beings, so if I'm having a not so great day, I'm not feeling good energetically, I'm tired, I'm emotionally drained, maybe something's going on in my life, yeah, I'm going to show up and do my job, right? Work for God and serve. The intention that we have, the blessing that we have as yoga teachers is to be of service to other human beings by giving them freedom, which is also known as temporary absence of motion, movement in the mind. Yoga Chitta Vrita Naroda, one of your exam questions. Yoga happens when the cessation, when the modifications natural to the mind, the thinking mind that is, cease. So yoga happens when thoughts stop. Getting back to building up your class numbers. Shavasana adjustments will do that a lot. You want to not touch people if you're having one of those bad days though. That's the only thing. You don't want to give your energy, do your job, and of course if someone looks unsafe, go fix them. But you know, in general, just go in there, do your job, go home, sort your bad day out, yeah? Inhale, exhale out. Inhale, exhale out. Come on guys, for the video. Thank you. Inhale, exhale out. So this is when they let go of the breath completely. You invite them to do a little shimmy, shimmy, shake, shake. If they've got anything, to make sure they're not in the low back, but lengthening there instead. To relax every muscle in their body. Shavasana, in English, corpse pose. The yogis make no mistake. Corpse does not move, corpse does not think. This is the most important pose of all. Now quickly getting on touching people. First things first, turn your head. Don't ever breathe close to someone's face, even if you just brush your teeth before class, trust me. You let them know you're there by waving your hand over. Having a little oil or something is helpful. Hi, I'm here. Lengthen gently with confidence through the neck. You always go in confidently, softly, get a little deeper, leave the same way. Lengthen down through the shoulder. Gentle. Gentle little push here to open the chest. They've been working hard, a lot of chaturanga. Give them a little wrist rub. Please stop. Please stop. And especially if you're 5-7 minutes into Shavasana, you might scare people. They're in a state of stillness. So make sure they know you're there. And definitely, from experience, don't start with the feet 7 minutes into Shavasana. So you just gently lengthen in. You can apply a little pressure on the third eye. Make sure when you touch other human beings, you yourself feel clear, balanced. And just even the littlest, lengthen out of the shoulders. When you grab the bottom of someone's ankles and they're in a state so surrendered, so assailable like this, make sure they know you've got them, and make sure, first of all, you know you've got them. Don't ever touch another human body unless you're grounded down first yourself. Gently place their feet back. For some people, this is the most delicious pose, the easiest pose. For many, it's very difficult. A tool that you can use to help them, for those that tend to kind of drift off. Notice how deeply you've allowed yourself to relax. Take an inhale, exhale out. Allow yourself to go a little deeper, to relax a little more. Remember, Shavasana should be 10 minutes. The old yogis say minimum 7. Please remember, if you've ever had an experience, and if you haven't, go to one of many establishments here in West Hollywood and notice what it feels like to have a 60-second Shavasana. It doesn't feel great. Okay? Whenever these guys want to be done, we can cut and done.